Bradley Vercosa, 30-plus years of community dedication in South Florida. Bradley Vercosa never planned on spending his life cleaning up disasters. He started as a car mechanic at just 15. "I always liked fixing things," he says, "but I didn't see myself under the hood forever." What began as a hands-on trade turned into a lifelong career in disaster restoration, spanning more than 3 decades. Bradley is now the owner of Super Clean Restoration of the Palm Beaches LLC, a company based in Wellington, Florida, that handles water damage, mold remediation, and biohazard cleanup across Palm Beach, Broward, Miami, and Port St. Lucie. But his path here wasn't straight. It started with an unexpected introduction to the world of restoration when he was just 21. "A friend showed me the ropes," he says. "Next thing I knew, I was on jobs every week helping homes and businesses bounce back after floods, fires, and storms." By the time he was 33, Bradley had bought into a ServiceMaster franchise, a national company that specializes in restoration services. With it came heavy responsibility and bigger jobs. He got certified in mold assessment, mold remediation, and biohazard cleanup. That experience led to some of the most intense work of his life. "We were called in to help clean the Pentagon after 9/11. Bradley says, "Then the World Trade Center area. It wasn't easy. That kind of work stays with you." During his time with ServiceMaster, he was named Franchisee of the Year in New York State from 2001 to 2004. That was a proud moment, but awards don't mean much compared to helping people when they're at their worst, he says. Eventually, Bradley stepped away from the franchise model. He wanted more control over the kind of jobs he took and how his business operated. That's when he fully committed to building Super Clean Restoration of the Palm Beaches into a standalone company. "I saw a need for local, reliable cleanup in Florida, especially with hurricanes," he says. "I wanted to be that go-to guy when a storm hit, and people didn't know who to call." He's worked hurricane cleanup across Florida, North Carolina, and Texas, building trust in communities devastated by wind and flood damage. From flooded condos in Broward to mold-ridden homes in West Palm, no job was too big or too small. Bradley believes that being local makes a big difference. When people are dealing with a flooded home or mold in their walls, they want to talk to someone who understands the area. He explains, they don't want to wait days for help to arrive. That's why he keeps his operations centered around South Florida. His company continues to grow through word of mouth and consistent service. Even without a major social media presence or aggressive online ads, outside of restoration, Bradley has also spent time giving back. Years ago, he was an assistant youth soccer coach in Wellington. "I grew up loving soccer. Brazilian roots," he says with a smile. "Coaching was a way to stay involved and give kids a good experience." That community spirit shows up in his work too. He doesn't just see homes and businesses as buildings to fix, but as people to help. "You don't forget the look on someone's face when their home is destroyed," he says. "You want to fix it fast. You want to do it right." Bradley holds certifications as a mold remediator and mold assessor. He also has experience in biohazard cleanup, which includes trauma and hazardous material scenes. But his real education comes from decades in the field. "I've been doing this since 1989, he says. "You can't learn what I know from a textbook. You learn it job by job." As hurricane seasons become more unpredictable and mold-related health concerns rise, having experienced, reliable restoration professionals in local areas is more important than ever. Bradley doesn't consider himself a tech guy, but his story resonates with anyone building trust in a hyper-local, service-driven industry. He's not chasing viral fame. He's just doing the work, one house at a time. People remember who shows up when things go wrong. He says, "That's what I do. I show up."